let's go ahead and start with I guess that's the main thing you want to know, and that will be in this new one is projects. You have the new projects, and then you also have the clone projects. So a lot of things you could do is you open a project that has that is similar to something you have, like in our demos 3D. We're going to be adding more, but right now we have a few that are written up in the help file. Getting started, I think, is where you want to go for help files to find out what's in there. There's a help file here, getting started manual, which also is available from the graphics. But I'm just going to show it from here for now just to get us started. But in the getting started, you have that it talks about the demos and tutorials, and it gives you a list of all of them that are out there and a little explanation on them. We'll be adding to this because we've added a bunch, like this single vehicle will be added soon too. There'll be a video up probably shortly after this because I've already ran through it. So I hopefully ran into any problems that you encounter. But it talks about, my first demo, polygon friction zones, hill climb, collision interface, etc. I hope is everyone hearing okay? I see, hear you well, and okay, good. So that's a good starting point. There's also in the program, there's video help, which is all these different ones. And this can be changed every day. It goes out and looks on our server to find out if I have added any new ones. And so if you haven't been to it for a while, you'll see that there's a number of new videos out there. And then on some of these, like on my first project, there'll be an info section where when you click on this info is up here, and that'll be also in the graphics. But you click on that, and then it gives you some information on it, particularly some of the validation ones that we have, like some test runs from seminars or things like that. We include pictures, time histories, if they have the CDR information or things like that. We include that in the this info section up here. And then, for example, on this one, let me get one that's it's my first project. We go down here to project, like the scars. I think I showed this before. See, there's information on the scars, which would have, what is the test, when was it run, what options did we use, how did we use them, and then a summary of some of the test conditions. I think I showed that at the last one. Hopefully you all saw that. And then of each of the vehicles' measurements. Obviously, when there's full-scale crash tests, particularly for validation, we want to get the weights, get the damage measurements, get the trajectory information. And unfortunately, on a lot of these, and so for any of you that participate in full-scale tests, having random brakes put on is kind of difficult to make it an objective reconstruction because I think in all the MEA tests and then a lot of the tests at these, obviously because of limitations of room, they have brakes put on, and they actually have them manually put on. If there was a way that we could maybe make it automatic or something, so then there's a time history saying at this point we hit the brakes, then with our simulation you can obviously set it to a specific point. There's also, for each vehicle now, they have the damage diagram. This one's had for both the two vehicles. Crash photos, scene photos, overhead photos of the position of rest, and ground level photos. Now, a lot of these that are available for the tests, if we include the tests, and I have them all, I just haven't had time to put them all in here. Some of them have videos too. I think the New York Stars had let me just go to that one. If we go to project, and again, these are, you get to them by project,
now,
open projects,
later.
And we have the items there like New York Nice Stars. That's one I think that has the video in it. So on this one, again, the info on the project included the diagram, photographs, and how you get to this is through the projects menu, and you go out to demos 3D or in the project menu. I think these are in demos 3D also. Then there's a discussion. There was a analysis of momentum on that, so you can see what they talked about on momentum. Photograph of the side slap. One of the unique capabilities of the SMAC program compared to just simple momentum is that being able to handle side slaps. Velocity vectors. This is a actual simulation we did. below on the bottom here, let me see if I can make this any bigger, right, because that's the same size. You see there's photographs from overhead, and then we actually ran the simulation. This is in the old 2D simulation, but we also run it in 3D. And then there's a video which we created, and I think this is going to start up. Yeah, there you go. It shows you that, you know, when you have a side slap, that you have a change in the system or direction of the system momentum changes, or the direction of each vehicle as a result of the side slap. And that's why it's very difficult with instantaneous exchange of momentum to handle side slaps. I mean, obviously, if you know the answer, you can come up with the exit angle, but if you don't, then you can be confused. There was also measured accelerations, and I think we did a chart, but I'll have to add that at a later time. But anyhow, I just wanted to give a quick overview of where some of the help information is. Again, help here, video help, and help there. When you're in the 3D graphics, and again, as we mentioned earlier, for those of you that joined a little later, everything's going to be accessed from here. This will be your startup. It'll open the last project that you worked on, and here is where you're going to have access to the help movies, help documents, same thing. So then you can run, if you have multiple screens or large screens, you'll be able to access all that information. We recently added a help file overview, some how to back up, restore projects, and change models.